Hello, in this video we're going to take a look at how to build grade projects to be transferred out to the machines here in Fleet Manager Office. Should already be familiar with what we see here on screen just in our regular setup, the plan view, the Fleet Explorer, and the fleet status. To build a grade project, we'll be going up to the top where you can see our normal pull down menus, and the grade projects can be made under Edit, Site Management, and Manage Grade Projects. You'll notice the icon here is also present in our toolbar at the top, and you can go straight there from that icon. Here you can see we have several projects already built. In order to make a new one, you just come over here in the projects screen and hit the Add a Project button, and we'll give our project a name. We'll call this one a demo, and we've got a new blank project to start working with. So the first tab across the top is the plan files, which are the files that you'll see in the plan view. We'll click here to add a background file, which is our just the line work for the plan view, and we'll pick a file here, and you can see you can add multiple plan view files so that you can overlap them, or if they are close in proximity to each other, you could show them both in the same project. You could also add a coordinate file, which is your list of points for the project, or a guideline file, which is a steering file. We'll just leave those blank for this one. In the mapping tab, you can set your spatial reference or your state grid if you need to use either one of those. If you're using a localization file, you would not need to. You can set up your units, your whether it's feet or meters or international feet, and then you have your alignment selections to grid or geodetic, transformations, and your scale factor. So we'll leave those at the defaults, and we'll go to surfaces. In this screen you can add all the surfaces you'll need for a grade project. We'll add a new one and we'll give it a name, call it design, and we can go choose a file. So we'll go into our design files and we'll pick one. You can give it an optional description, which you don't need. Since this is our design file, we will call it the design. Then you can set it to visible, which it should be. You can put a warning above or below on it if you'd like to. We want to show the surface as a solid fill, and then the line color is for the cross-section view, the line color is the line that goes right at the surface, and then the fill color is everything below the line. And you have options for solid lines or dotted lines or other types of lines. And you can use solid fill, or you can do a crosshatch or anything like that in the cross-section view of grade. So we've created a design surface. We'll add another one. We'll call it the existing. This is if you would be needing to create an existing file that will be updated on the machine. We'll just use the same grid file here. This would have to be a grid file to be able to be updated. So we'll set that to existing, and we'll leave the defaults on the views. In the localization tab, you can set your localization file, and we'll go back out and we'll pick one. It could be a DAT file or an LOC file, or a GC3 file is also available. You can use a geoid separation file if you want to as well here. The Advanced tab tells us what we're going to do with our existing file, so that's the surface update method for our existing surface. We'll say update for both cut and fill, You can set your vertical tolerances to the design. So if you only need it at 6 inches, you can set that to a 1/2 foot for your vertical tolerance. You can input an automatic vertical offset, and then your vertical increment is how far your offset changes when you hit the up and down arrows. So we'll set that at 1. And then your horizontal tolerance for steering is the same. You can set that to whatever your tolerance would be. You also have an optional tab that has a description that can be added to the project that will show in the status bar of grade. And you can also add any notes that will be displayed every time the project is loaded in grade. And that is how to build a project in the Project Manager of Fleet Manager Office.